The U.S. Department of Homeland Security defines an active shooter as an individual actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a confined and populated area. An active shooter can pop up anytime and anywhere. And tonight, in a special report, WENY's Rusty Matei sat down with several experts to find out what you should do to give yourself the best chance to survive.
There were 160 active shooter situations in the United States between 2000 and 2013, including one right here at the building behind me, the American Civic Association in Binghamton, that left 13 people dead. That's an average of one active shooter every 3 weeks here in America, and that number's rising, which begs the question, what would you do if you ever found yourself in an active shooter situation?
The first thing that you want to do in an active shooter situation is run. If you can get out of the situation safely, get out of the situation. We tell people that if they can't get out of the situation and they're stuck, hide. And when I say hide, I mean hide in an area that's going to be effective for you to be able to combat and fight back if necessary.
That's the same method supported by the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. But is it the right one? Zachary Pugh is an Elmira police officer who teaches a private course on maximizing survival during an active shooter incident. He says the government's instructions are deeply flawed.
There's nothing wrong with running away or hiding out of reach, all right, as long as it guarantees your safety. The problem is it doesn't guarantee your safety. Multiple shooters, ambushes, blocked escape routes can be problems if running away. Running away is also more chaotic for responding law enforcement officers. Running away and hiding puts your safety in the bad guy's hands.
Bang, 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 bang.
His solution? Fight back first.
Fighting, all right, puts your safety in your hands. Your best chance of survival is actually charging the threat and trying to create some sort of distractions.
And that's exactly what he teaches his students. Strategic ways to disarm a gunman and avoid becoming a victim.
Get him, get him! Hit him, hit him, hit him. Good.
Sergeant DeMuth still stands by hiding as the safer option, as long as you leave yourself the opportunity to fight back.
So certainly when you're considering a location to hide, we'd want you to consider a location that's going to be conducive for you to be able to fight back.
The situation gets more complicated when you consider civilians with guns of their own. NY2A is a self-described group of patriots defending the Second Amendment and connecting to defeat the New York SAFE Act. The group's co-founder, Jake Palmatier, says law-abiding gun owners should have the right to defend themselves in an active shooter situation.
It's a case-by-case scenario where people have to do what they feel most comfortable doing. And, you know, it's just a fact that if there's an active shooter situation, you can run, you can hide, you can't outrun a bullet.
Gary Puttup enforced the law for 30 years in Monroe County. He taught county officials how to respond to active shooter situations for more than a decade. He says civilians, even ones with training, simply aren't qualified to take on an active shooter.
For someone to think that carrying a handgun, which is probably going to be smaller and less capable than the weapons that the police carry, confront somebody and successfully end the situation when police officers don't even get it right a lot of the time is pretty much unrealistic.
Palmatier simply does not agree.
Well, they can armchair quarterback it all day, but the reality is we can only rely on the past. I mean, the past has shown that in certain cases, people who were lawfully possessing firearms were able to prevent additional loss of life.
The one thing everyone can agree on, the chances of finding yourself in the middle of an active shooter situation are astronomically low. In fact, statistics show you're more likely to be killed by lightning than an active shooter. Reporting in Elmira, Rusty Matei, WENY News.